Hi everyone, I have October's project roundup. These are all the craft and DIY projects I completed last month. And last month was October, so I did a lot of Halloween things. I made some non-food treat goodie bags for Teal Pumpkin Project, and I made a whole video on what I made for that, so I will link that so that you can check that video out in more detail if you're interested. But I just made some finger puppets and little paper origami things, and Ninja Turtle masks and things like that. So the other thing I made for Halloween was a costume for my little one. She is now 14 months old. So I made her a rainbow unicorn costume. So this hat, I kind of free-handed it, but I definitely took inspiration from a pattern I saw on Ravelry, so I will link that down below. It just is an ear flap hat, and I got these little ears in here, and it's got a rainbow mane, and it's got the unicorn horn. And I wanted some kind of sparkly yarn, so I don't know if you can see, but this is actually thread. I had to double it up, but it has some metallic threads running through it, so it's a little bit sparkly and magical. And I was gonna make booties and little hand mittens to match it to look like hooves, but I ran out of time and she wouldn't have kept them on anyway, so I saved myself the trouble. But that is the hat, and she had a white zip-up hoodie style jacket, so I just had her wear that, and then I made these pants out of fleece. I just drafted them off of another pair of pants that fit her well. My child is not in the same proportions that most clothing manufacturers think she should be, so I sometimes have to adjust things to fit her, but I just made these really simple. They're made out of fleece. This is the back seam. I left this little section unsewn. They're just elastic waistband. And then I made her a tail. This is just rainbow colored yarn that I just bundled up and tied here to hold it all together. And then what I did is I just stuck this through the hole there, and the elastic waistband around her waist sort of held it in shape, or in place. But, you know, we went to a couple places with her costume on. We went to a costume contest. She didn't win, sadly, but so she was in and out of like car seats and things like that, so I wanted to make sure that the tail was removable. And I also had these grand notions that she would wear these pants again, but I don't know who would want a child that's crawling and walking in white pants. I don't, so she probably won't be wearing those as plain pants. So I might just leave them with the hole in the back, and maybe future children might use it. I don't know. The other thing I worked on is a baby blanket for my friend. She's due sometime end of November, beginning of December, and this is actually the yarn that I showed in last month's project roundup, the Knit Picks yarn, and I started making this baby blanket, and this yarn has just driven me crazy, and I really like this pattern. I will link this pattern. It looked so beautiful on the pictures, and I don't know if it was the yarn itself or the fact that I used a sport weight yarn, or if it's just that the color is not really what I expected, but I just was not happy with this. And considering that this is basically just double crochet, it was giving me all sorts of problems. It was almost too easy, so I was just not paying attention to my counting, and I had to rip out rows, and it was driving me crazy. So what I did is I just stopped. I actually had to email Knit Picks because a lot of these, I got 4 balls of this yarn, and I used 3 of them trying to make this baby blanket because I kept finding joins. There was like 7 joins in one ball of yarn, like in the first half. So I emailed them. They were very, nice about it, and they refunded my money. So I am just cutting this as a loss. I'm just stopping, not continuing. I don't know, have you ever just stopped a project and just I don't even know what to do with this. The only thing I can think is to use this like loose yarn to stuff other projects. Like cat toys, sometimes I stuff with yarn instead of like polyfill, but I don't know what to do with it. I can't give it as a gift. I'm 100% not happy with it. So I just went to AC Moore and I got some other yarn. This is Bernat Satin. I think I have, here is what the label looks like, and oops, I really like this yarn. I'm not really happy with any of the baby yarns available to make like baby blankets, and it doesn't have to be baby yarn, just like a really soft, squishy yarn. It's really hard to find in craft stores these days, so I was pretty happy with this. It worked out pretty nicely, and then I made this baby blanket. It's really simple, and I actually am going to be posting the tutorial on how I made it. I'm just gotta finish editing it, so hopefully it'll be up this week or next. And oops, it's just a really simple double crochet 3 together clusters and then a row of single crochet. So that is going to be a baby blanket for a little girl. I have to make another baby blanket for a little boy. Everybody's having babies, so that will probably be in next month's project roundup as a photo because I need to make it and give it away before the month ends. So wish me luck on that. So these are all of my projects that I completed in October. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments down below letting me know what you're working on, and thank you so much for watching.